Okay, hello everyone and welcome to a new kind of show that I'm doing on my channel called hashtag THFC Talks. If you don't know what that stands for, it's Tottenham Hotspur FC, and it's basically going to be a weekly or bi-weekly kind of show depending on how many games Spurs have. And it's effectively just me talking about what happens in the games. And today the game literally just finished and it was Tottenham against Liverpool away in the League Cup, and it's such a disappointment. To be honest, the lineup was kind of expected. I mean, both teams put out their youth side, which is what you expect most teams to do in like the League Cups. I mean, Spurs have got 7 games in 23 days, so you can see why they rested players, but you could just tell that there was barely any experience there. The only true experience, not even true experience, but more experienced players I would say were Eric Dyer and Ben Davies, and maybe you could say Vaughan, but he's been our second goalkeeper for the whole time he's been here. So we only had 1 or 2, but they were in the wrong positions. Like, okay, yes, it's good to have a holding midfielder. Dyer started as captain, but he didn't provide what a captain would provide. He wasn't like controlling the team at all. He kind of just hovered around in the middle and put in a few tackles. Whereas the experienced players they put out were players like Sturridge and Lucas. Like Sturridge is probably the best one. Like to have an experienced player going forward was their key moment. That's why he scored 2 goals, and that's why the team scored 2 goals, because they had that player going forward. And Origi did really well as well, to be fair. Having all those players going forward, really experienced, and with a very inexperienced defence that Spurs had, you can see that we lost the game. We didn't deserve to get even a goal back, to be honest. So yeah, we're talking about Janssen. Janssen got his goal from the spot again, yet to get it from open play, which is he turning into another Soldado? Yes or no? Leave a comment. I feel sorry for him, because what he does well is hold the ball. He holds the ball well, and throughout the game you could see he does it perfectly. He doesn't get into the centre of the box enough, and he's not getting the ball enough from our wide players or the players behind him. I don't blame him, but he does need to start getting some goals through for him to kind of pick up pace. The player or players that I was really disappointed in today, I would say for one, isn't Kudu. I mean, he hasn't had enough chance at all to be able to prove himself, but this was the moment. You're playing against the young Liverpool side in the League Cup, you're starting for your first game for us, and he's a quick player. He did well when he came on as a sub before in previous games, but he just did not provide anything today. He didn't use his pace at all to attack the fullbacks, which, to be honest, when it's like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old that just made his first team debut, he should be going at him. But no, he had for a youngster, someone that's younger than me, had him in his pocket. Very disappointing. Another disappointing player was Joshua Onoma. What I feel like with him is that he seems almost a bit big-headed. He's had a few Premier League but he's had a few Premier League games. He's in with the first team. I think that kind of just went over his head in this game and just really did not look like he won the ball at all. Was not putting in a great shift. But I do have to give a congrats to Liverpool, because their side were just better throughout the game. Origi and Sturridge up front was incredible. Their defence did well. Their fullbacks just didn't allow anything to get through on the wings. With Trippier putting a good few balls in, but again, nothing on the end of it. They clamped down on every single move. We do the same as what we always done. Don't get me wrong, it's great football again, having the possession football that Poch just put in the team. But we're going from left to right. Left to right all the time. We get the ball, pass it along the defence, get forward a bit into midfield, pass it along and pass it along. We are not going forward at all. We're not making those moves forward. Whereas that's what Liverpool did. They penetrated our defence going forward, and it cost us the goals. I truly think that cost us a goal. We got a bit lucky with the penalty, because it was light, but it's good to see it was converted. However, the second claim to be a penalty, I thought was more of a penalty than the first one. So you could say we were robbed or not. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it was a penalty? I don't know. So now we get on to the subs. You could instantly tell it made a difference for Spurs when Lamela came on. Now, I slew Lamela a lot because he's been terrible for the first team recently, but once he came on and he's had that first team experience coming on with a bunch of youth players around him, it made a massive difference, and suddenly we're going forward more. He played a good few balls through behind the defence. We were actually going forward more, and there was one great ball he put into the youngster, I can't remember his name, we had our striker up front. Oh, the touch was terrible. That could have been the chance to equalise, but it wasn't meant to be. So all in all, it was a very disappointing performance from our side. But just like I said, looking at the teams, I didn't expect much from that game considering they had Sturridge up front and we were playing like such a youthful side and barely any like really strong experienced players. I'm sad to see us go out of competition because now our youth players won't really get as many chances. At least we can focus on the league now, and players are rested and should be ready for the games at the weekend. I'd really like to know what you guys thought of the game. Please leave a comment below if you're a Spurs fan. Like, subscribe because I will be doing this a lot more. Very disappointing. They were good all in all. Passes were not connecting to anyone left to right. That's pretty much how I sum up this game. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, do like, and leave comments on what you thought of the game, and let me know if you just like this whole THFC talk thing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.